Grand Bazaar, Kapalıçarşı, in Istanbul, Turkey, is one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world. Established in the 15th century during the Ottoman Empire, it remains a vibrant hub of trade and culture today. Key features of the Grand Bazaar: over 4,000 shops, selling jewelry, carpets, textiles, spices, antiques, ceramics, and souvenirs. Historical significance: built in 1455, it has been a center of commerce for centuries. Labyrinthine layout: more than a journey through the Grand Bazaar, a traveler's tale, the dawn of adventure. It was a crisp morning in Istanbul, and the city was slowly waking up to the symphony of life. The air carried the scent of freshly baked simit, sesame-crusted bread rings, mingling with the aroma of strong Turkish coffee brewing in tiny, ornate cups. The sound of seagulls echoed from the Bosphorus as the first rays of sunlight illuminated the domes and minarets of the city. I had heard stories about the Grand Bazaar, a place where centuries-old traditions and modern commerce intertwined, where merchants had been selling their goods since the 15th century, and where each narrow alley whispered tales of the past. Today, I would step into that legend, a gateway to history. As I approached the entrance of the Kapalıçarşı covered market, I was struck by its grandeur. The arched gateway, adorned with Ottoman calligraphy, seemed to invite me into another world. My heart raced with excitement. I was about to explore one of the oldest and largest markets on Earth, a place where travelers, traders, and treasure hunters had roamed for over 500 years. The moment I stepped inside, a new universe unfolded before me. The hustle and bustle of the bazaar were overwhelming, merchants calling out their best prices, the clinking of gold and silver, the rustling of silk, and the tantalizing scent of exotic spices, leather, and freshly brewed apple tea. It was a sensory overload, but I loved every second of it. The labyrinth of wonders. With over 4,000 shops spread across 60 winding streets, the Grand Bazaar was a labyrinth of colors and cultures. I had no map, only my instincts to guide me through its mysterious corridors. Jewelry Quarter, a glittering world. My first stop was the Jewelry Quarter, where I was dazzled by endless displays of gold, silver, and precious gemstones. Intricately designed Ottoman-style rings, necklaces, and bracelets shimmered under the warm glow of antique lamps. A jeweler with a twinkle in his eye invited me into his shop. "Welcome. You must see this. Handcrafted just like those worn by the sultans," he said, presenting an exquisite gold bracelet with blue sapphires. I held the delicate piece in my hands, imagining it adorning the wrist of a powerful Ottoman queen centuries ago. Though I wasn't ready to buy, I enjoyed the conversation. Merchants here were storytellers, each piece holding history within it. The textile heaven: silk, carpets, and dreams. Next, I wandered into the textile section, where a kaleidoscope of colors surrounded me. Rolls of hand-woven Turkish carpets, delicate silk scarves, and richly embroidered kaftans draped from the ceilings and walls. An elderly man, his eyes wise with decades of experience, beckoned me over. "This carpet took my family 6 months to weave," he said, unrolling a stunning deep red kilim decorated with intricate geometric patterns. I ran my fingers over the soft, hand-knotted wool, mesmerized by the craftsmanship. Every thread told a story, a tale of Anatolian nomads, Ottoman palaces, and generations of artistry. The Spice Bazaar, a symphony of scents. As I turned the corner, a new wave of aromas filled the air: cinnamon, saffron, cloves, and roasted nuts. The Spice Bazaar was a feast for the senses. One vendor playfully offered me a spoonful of freshly ground sumac, its tangy, citrusy flavor dancing on my tongue. Another handed me a piece of Turkish delight, soft and fragrant with rose petals and pistachios. "Taste this," a cheerful shopkeeper insisted, holding out a glass of pomegranate tea. It was warm, tart, and utterly refreshing, a true taste of Istanbul. The art of bargaining. Shopping in the Grand Bazaar wasn't just about buying, it was about negotiation, wit, and friendly exchanges. I spotted a stunning blue Iznik ceramic plate, its intricate floral patterns reminiscent of the ones in the Topkapi Palace. I asked the vendor for the price. For you, my friend, special price. 500 lira, he announced with a grin. I knew the dance of bargaining had begun.
Too much.
I saw one for 300 lira down the alley, I countered. He placed his hand over his heart, pretending to be wounded. You are breaking my heart. But because I like you. 400 lira. After a few more rounds of playful back and forth, we settled at 350 lira. As we shook hands, he poured me a small glass of tea, a traditional Turkish gesture of hospitality to seal the deal. A taste of tradition. With my bags filled with ceramics, silk scarves, and spices, I decided to take a break at one of the hidden cafes tucked inside the bazaar. I ordered a plate of kunefe, a heavenly dessert made of shredded pastry, melted cheese, and sweet syrup, topped with crushed pistachios. As I took a bite, the flavors blended in a perfect harmony of crispy, creamy, and sweet, a taste that had been perfected over generations. As I sipped on my thick, dark Turkish coffee, I listened to the sounds of the bazaar. The laughter, the distant echoes of merchants calling out prices, the soft rustling of silk, and the clinking of coins exchanging hands. The magic of the Grand Bazaar. Hours had passed, but I felt like I had only scratched the surface of this mesmerizing world. I had come to the Grand Bazaar as a traveler, but I was leaving as part of its story. I had bargained like a local, tasted the secrets of Turkish cuisine, and held in my hands the craftsmanship of generations. As I stepped out into the afternoon sun, my bags were full, but more importantly, so was my heart. I knew that no matter how many times I returned, the Grand Bazaar would always have more magic to reveal. And with that thought, I smiled and disappeared into the streets of Istanbul, already dreaming of my next visit to this legendary market of wonders.